What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Legit Whiskey Reviews, and on today's episode I'll be reviewing Glenfiddich 12 Year. So Glenfiddich 12 Year, this is a classic. This is in every bar, in every store, is easily available everywhere, anywhere. This is one of those whiskeys that for most people, whether it be like just whiskey period, it's one of their first whiskeys they go for or they try because it's so available and it's everywhere and it's cheap. Um, this distillery's been around forever. This is actually one of the first distilleries to have a visitor center, which is pretty cool. So before other distilleries were doing that, this is one of the first distilleries that did it. This is a single malt Scotch, aged 12 years, and it is 40% ABV. So not a very high proof. So let's give it a try and see what we get out of this. So this is mainly aged in old used bourbon barrels and Oloroso sherry casks. So hopefully it has a little bit of the influence in there. And the color, with like most single malt scotches, for the most part, I mean, they're pretty light, light gold color. On the nose, I'm getting honey. I'm getting a little bit of spice, a little bit of cinnamon in there. For some reason, I'm getting a little bit of like a raisin, but very faint. Like I'm getting a little bit of raisin, and I'm getting a little bit of it's either a raisin or a plum, but it's very faint. It's not something like really on the nose. It's just like very faint. And then there's a little bit of oak in there, but not, it's like light oak, not very like dark or heavy oak. But it's very smooth on the nose, and this is the thing about this whiskey here. It's very smooth on the nose. It's not anything that's gonna be like overpowering or overwhelming for anybody. Even for a beginner, this is something that's pretty easy to transition someone from not drinking whiskey to drinking whiskey. This is one of the beginner scotches or even whiskeys. So, but yeah, overall it smells pretty good. Let's go to the palate. Cheers. So on the palate, it stays the same. You get the honey, a little bit. There's a little bit of a floral note in there. And I still get a little bit of the raisin. It's not, like I said, it's a very faint and light raisin. It's not super strong. And then there's a little, maybe a faint cinnamon in there. There's also, like I said, the oak comes through a little bit on the palate as well, but not very heavy. And then there is a little bit of spice, but it being 40% ABV, it's very light, and it's very it's not something that's gonna stick there for a long time. But let's try it again. So yeah, it stays the same. I would say the finish, it's short, kind of disappointing, but it's expected with it being 40%. So, but yeah, it stays pretty consistent when it comes to the flavors that it does have. So that's one of the things about this whiskey here. It's very affordable and it's pretty consistent, and every time you purchase this bottle you're gonna get the same thing every single time, which is a good thing. You get what you pay for in this, and I feel like it's a good value. It's a classic. So it's like, let's say Jim Beam or Jack Daniels, but as a scotch. So this is definitely a great value. So as far as a score, it's nothing that blows you away, and it's nothing that you have to run out and buy right away. So that being said, I'm gonna give it an 86. It's just nothing special, nothing that stands out, but it's not a bad pour. It's just a solid whiskey, and when you buy it, you know what you're gonna get every single time. So if you like my content, don't forget to hit that little notification bell. Remember to like and subscribe, and keep it legit, and do it for the love of whiskey. Cheers.